So, what chant do you want to go with? There we go. No fear, the union is here. 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 No fear, the union is here.
A lot of people in Tunisia and then Algeria and then all over started protesting the injustices there, and we've got some injustices here. And if the Wisconsin workers want to take the lead and be in the vanguard, I'm sure going to support them.
We're part of the International Socialist Organization, so we actually believe that workers should own and operate their own workplaces and have rights and not be controlled by a brutal upper class that will squash them just for profit. And I think we're seeing more and more of that happening, and I think a victory in Wisconsin will be really inspirational for what's happening on a national level, where we're seeing all of these cuts in this discretionary budget. And meanwhile, we have a huge military budget that no one wants to address and no one wants to take any money from. And I think that we need to draw inspiration from what's happening in Wisconsin and what has been happening in Egypt and Libya and places like that, and know that people can take back their own countries and their own communities.
I'm here because I've been in both Egypt and in Wisconsin, and I see people rising up to demand their rights, and I think it's a beautiful thing, and I want to be supportive of this around the country. I think that the bill that's before the people in Wisconsin is a terrible bill, taking away the rights of unions to collectively bargain will actually hurt us all. And it's thanks to the unions we have weekends, we have 8-hour days, we need strong unions to have a strong middle class.
The nightmare of the last 2 years is coming to an end. And I don't care what the right wing says, I don't care what the left wing says, I don't care what anybody says. We are not going to let the hope die again on our watch. Here's what we have to understand. The people in Wisconsin, the working people in Wisconsin, the decent people in Wisconsin, the students in Wisconsin, the retirees in Wisconsin could have laid down. Nobody would have blamed them. That governor has horrible ideas for this country, but he's got an awful lot of power from the top. And he was prepared to unleash it in a blitzkrieg, lightning strike against the people, expecting people to crumple, expecting people to collapse. And instead, when it was darkest, the people of Wisconsin stood together. They didn't have a big cable TV station giving them marching orders. They didn't have DC politicians telling them what to do. What they had was each other. What they had was a faith that we're a better country than what they're trying to do to us now. And what they had was a dream. What they had was a dream. And I'm going to tell you one thing. When you get good people, decent people, honest people, and you give them a dream and somebody to stand beside them, nothing can stop them, nothing can defeat them, nothing will keep them from achieving that dream. Wisconsin set off the spark, but now the candles have to be lit across America. So those people know they're not alone. Now, the Tea Party movement, actually, no. They're our sisters and brothers too, they just don't know it yet. They just don't know it yet. We're fighting for them too. We don't want them. See, we have a movement in America that hates the government, but loves and needs government services just like our folks do. We're fighting for them too. They don't want to live in neighborhoods where there are no fire stations and no police. Their children are going to school with 40 kids in the classroom, 6 books and no chalk. We're fighting for them too. Now, they actually have taught us a very important lesson about this new period in American politics. They have taught us a very important lesson. It used to be that if you won an election, the other side wins an election. The losing side is supposed to cower, cave in, and start crawling toward the political center begging the other side, please, let us have a quarrel, please. Right? That's the old rules. Right? So we won an election in 2008. We had 60 votes in the Senate. We had Nancy Pelosi in the House. We had Barack Obama in the White House. Did they start to crawl and cave in and beg? Did they crawl toward the political center? Or did they stand on the principles that they believed in? Huh? They stood for the principles they believed in, and I respect them for that. They stood up for what they believed in, and the country said, well, at least they're clear about something. And they gave them a hearing in 2010. Well, guess what? It's 2011. Let's be clear about what we believe in. Let's be clear about what our values are. Let's be clear. There will be no crawling for any fictitious political center. There is too much at stake. We are not going to compromise. We are standing in the moral center, the ethical center, and the center of our values, that we are a better country than this. That's what we're standing. And we're not going to move. We're not going to move. There'll be no compromise. No compromise on the American dream. No compromise on American values. We're for liberty. The Tea Party's for liberty. We're for liberty too. But we're also, we heard the whole slogan. We didn't turn off the TV at the word liberty. I heard the whole slogan. Liberty and justice for all. Liberty and justice for all. Liberty and justice for all. That's this movement. That's your movement. That's who you are. That's who we are. Let's keep this movement going. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.